Nerds, spikes, and casuals alike, Aries above from MTGCinema. Got a spicy one. Let's get into it. Got to shout out the greats, mtggoldfish.com, the inspiration to make these videos. Excellent. Thank you so much. Saffron Olive, you're the beast. Magic.gg for making the deck possible for us. And of course, Scryfall.com for all the art in the video.
Let's get after our creature suite. A 0-drop? Kinda. With multicolor spells running around like Lightning Helix, the newly added command block, and creatures like Sprite Dragon and Gruul Spellbreaker, Stonecoil is a must stick. What makes it extra versatile is its ability to be cast on 0. As long as we have Tempered Steel on board, Stonecoil will enter with +2/+2, essentially giving us a free spell. Court Homunculus, Gingerbrute, and Vault Skirge allow us to cast spells as a 1-drop. Vault Skirge does require us to pay 2 life if we choose to, but I found I was able to get that life back as Vault Skirge is a flying threat with lifelink. We have 2 beef sticks in the 2-drop slot. Scrapheap Scrounger provides us a recursive threat. However, I must say finding the black mana was tricky. I found myself prioritizing double white to ensure I was able to cast our deck's namesake card, Tempered Steel. Scrapheap Scrounger is a great way to close out a game after your opponent casts a sweeper, however. Steel Overseer is a must-answer threat for your opponents. If you can untap with it, it is a force to be reckoned with, growing your team, as all of our threats are artifact creatures, with a permanent +1/+1 counter. Our enchantment suite, All That Glitters in the 2-drop slot, allows us to close out games and or ensure our fragile artifact creatures dodge the 2 damage from Stomp. Showdown the Skalds provides us some card advantage as we dump our hand. And finally, the namesake card of the deck, Tempered Steel. This card ends games, growing all of our threats +2/+2 permanently, gets overwhelming really fast for our opponents. We found ourselves with 2 sorceries. Servo Exhibition equips us with 2 small artifacts that will grow quickly with their other support cards and light up the stage. I must say, at first glance, I was confused with this addition, but light up the stage might be the oil that keeps this engine running. I was consistently able to cast this on turn 2 after committing a red source on turn 1. Remember, our creatures aren't mana specific, save Court Homunculus requiring a white source. Leading with the red source with the subsequent 1-drop threat ensured I was able to trigger Spectacle on turn 2. Our lands, kind of expensive inside of Arena, so it goes to be competitive in Historic. Our sideboard, I will say that Baffling End was a good option to kind of sub in when we needed to get rid of big creatures that were just obnoxious, like Lovestruck Beast. If you're enjoying the content, consider a share, a like, a subscribe, maybe even smack that bell to get notified when we release another video. I appreciate you being here. I really, really enjoy that you guys are checking out our content. Much love. Let's get after the games and see what this deck is all about.
Game 1 on the play, Court Homunculus for us, Llanowar Elves for our opponent. Get a little shuffle, red mana down, Vault Skirge, pay a life. Stonecoil Serpant on the way, 1/1, get in for 2, Ops is sure. Forest, Gilded Goose, give that man a token, or woman or them a token. Grabs a land, ships it back, Vault Skirge, sends it to me. All That Glitters on the big boy. Looking to get in, 6/6/1/1, don't mind. Blocking by the Gilded Goose, opt down to 10. Karn, the Great Creator, for our opponent, reveals a Ratchet Bomb. Not good for us. I don't think we'll have a chance to see it. That's a 13-13 getting in. Good game. Game 2 on the draw, Gingerbrute getting down. Works as a Path of Exile, sure. Gingerbrute trades with the Llanowar Elves. Another Gingerbrute getting in for 1. Looking at the mana, red mana down. Triggers Spectacle, light up the stage. Sends it back. Op ramps. We're looking at a Mountain, Vault Skirge, pays the life. Scrapheap Scrounger. Get in for 1. You see again here, no black mana. That's alright, we'll find it. We have our Tempered Steel. That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a monster. Questing Beast, being a beast. Pump fakes the Tempered Steel. Looks like we're going to go ahead and get a Vault Skirge down. Thinking about maybe Gingerbrute getting in for 1. Going to wait it off for a second here. Land of War Visionary, Op draws a card. Land of War Elves, Op gets it back. Sends it back to us. Now we could play Tempered Steel. Here we go. Blinkmoth Nexus. That's a lot of damage in the air, folks. And on the ground, 3/3/5/4 trades. Gains 6 life. Very nice. Op plays a forest. Vivian Arcbow Ranger. Ooh, that could be bad for us. Takes a look at the Land of War Visionary, decides to shoot down one of our flyers. Op gets aggressive, attacks with both 4/4 and a 2/2. We draw a mountain. That's alright. Tempered Steel coming down, growing the team. Blinkmoth Nexus, Blinky Blink. 5/5 flyer, that's 10 in the air. That's game. Good game. Game 2, sure, we'll play. That sounds nice. Match 2, I should say. Blinkmoth Nexus, Gingerbrute getting in for 1. Op plays a Triome tapped, gives it back. Steel Overseer. Gingerbrute gets in for 1. Op, Cliffchop Retreat, sends it back. Mountain. Just kidding. Blight Pathway, white mana. Scrapheap Scrounger, we can get him for 1. Op ships the Magnum Opus to the graveyard, creates a token. Op angers the gods, we grow the team for fun, and we'll send everything to the exiled zone. Turn on Blinkmoth Nexus, hopefully trigger Spectacle here, gets in for 1. Light up the stage with trigger Spectacle. Pump fakes the pathway, gets the court down. 1/1, Lightning Helix. Op kills the dork, gains 3. Brightclimb Pathway, Tempered Steel down. Op takes a look, gets a blink. 1/1, in the air. Gets in for 3, just kidding. Lightning Helix, sends it down. Op gains 3 life. Op expressively iterates. Looks like they put a Triumph to the side, expressively iterates again. Doesn't do anything with it. Isolated Chapel. Op, Narset. Man, we aren't drawing anything, are we? Op grabs a Memory Lapse. That's not good for us. Tap land for our opponent. Plains. We play Gingerbrute. Op lets it go. Plays a... We're going to go ahead and take down the Narset. All that glitters. Does it hold? No, sir. Op lapses the Brute and the turn. Torrential Gearhulk for our opponent. Ooh, that's not good for us. Lightning Helix, Gingerbrute's gains 3. All that glitters. We need permanents. We need creatures, folks. Gets in for 5. All right, here we go. Plays a mountain, not looking good. Op having a lot of fun. Helix is our face, gains 3 more. Torrential Gearhulk, 5 more. And I think we have been officially helixed to death. Great game, opponent. Good game. Our opponent kind of gave us the business there in game 1. In game 2, we decided to bring in some Adanto Vanguards to maybe help with that Helix life. We are on the play. We got Court in. We got in for 1. We've triggered Spectacle. We have a Tempered Steel to the side, and we got 2 threats. Here we go. Tempered Steel down. That's a big team on turn 3. You kind of see the explosive nature of the deck. We're able to gain 3. Op's going to play a Narset. Very nice. Keep digging. Op grabs a monster sorcery, an 8-mana monster. That's 7 in the air. Op down to 1. Op untaps. Narset grabs an expressive iteration, and that's going to do it for our opponent. Game 3, we do it fast here at MTGCinema. Sacred Foundry untapped for our opponent. We play a Sacred Foundry untapped, and we play a Gingerbrute getting in for 1. Op plays a Glacial Fortress. Sends it back. We grab Gingerbrute, gets in for 1, trigger Spectacle, light up the stage. We got a Tempered Steel and a Godless Shrine to the side. Decide to get Blinkmoth Nexus down first. We grab a 1/1 Stonecoil Serpant. Whew. Anger the Gods, gets rid of the team. Godless Shrine in the air, Tempered Steel on the board. Sends it back. Op plays a Hallowed Fountain tapped. Brightclimb Pathway, white mana, down. Taking a think in the tank. Decide to get it 2 1/1s down. Op lapses. Sure. Aha. Decided to bait him a little bit. That Stonecoil Serpent's down. Now that Helix cannot target it. That's good stuff for us. Op grabs a Narset. Triggers Narset. Grabs a Helix. Ooh, can't target that Serpent though. Alright, we're going to take down their card draw. Boom. We're also going to play Showdown of the Skalds, so they cannot target anything with our Lightning Helix. Very good. We're going to go ahead and exile the top 4. Take a look at a bunch of goodies. Vault Skirge. Come on down, baby. Come on down. There we go. 1/1 in the air. Now a 3/3. Go ahead. Use it. Use it, baby. That's fine. That's fine. We got some haymakers coming. Op plays a Teferi. Can't target Stonecoil Serpant either. Draws a card. Untaps. Here we go. Whenever we cast one, we are adding counters, boys and girls. Adanto Vanguard down. We're going to target our Stonecoil Serpant with a beautiful All That Glitters. Teferi, you need to get out of here. Thank you very much. Op, what do you got for us? Op plays a Clifftop Retreat, sends it back. Alrighty, triggers. Skull the cards. Here we go. 4-2 and a 7-7, smacking in. And I think, what are we going to do here? Light up the stage. Oh, just keep drawing cards. Making our creatures bigger. Oh, so good. Vault Skirge. We don't need to pay the life. Grow the team. What else we got? Court, come on in. Keep growing the squad. Why not? All right, grow the team. Op. Draws a card. Plays a Clifftop Retreat. Justice strikes and has had enough. Good. Match 3. We're 2-0. We play a Plains. Vault Skirge. Pay the 2 life. Hits the board. Opponent plays a Triome. Gives it back. Sacred Foundry. Untapped. Steel Overseer coming down. There's a 1-1 in the air. We gain that 1 life back. Back to 17. Opponent plays another Triome. Tapped. Play a White Source. Get Tempered Steel down. Get in for 3. Drawn pretty good. Drawn pretty good. We wait to trigger. We're going to get Narset from our opponent. We're going to grow our team. Narset goes digging. And here, I don't know. We're going to go for Narset, and I wonder if we should have just gone for the face. That's a tough one. But here we go. We're going to go ahead and get a Sacred Foundry. Untapped. Give it back to our opponent. Opponent plays a Glacial Fortress. Sends it back to us. But we're not wasting time here. We're getting in for 4. We're getting in for 8. Opponent commits. Puts it second or third from the top, I can't quite remember. Scrapheap Scrounger hits the board. Opponent reads Tempered Steel, cycles Magma Opus. Mizzix's Mastery gonna copy Magma Opus, gonna do 4 damage to our Scourge, tap down some lands, okay? Mizzix's Mastery is a sorcery, so they have to do it on their turn. We're gonna play a All That Glitters, requiring a chump block from our opponent. We'll get a Steel Overseer down, white mana down to support it, I suppose. Get those lands out of our hands. Op chumps. Plays a Plains, wraths the board. Good play for our opponent. Steel Overseer, okay. Hitting the board. All of our, that Tempered Steel is so good. It's making sure our creatures are threats. Op plays a Narset. Does not trigger it. We grab our Scrapheap. Okay. Come on back. Opponent oopses and loses the game. Oof, that was a good game though. Thought they were going to take it for a second. So we're going to game 2. No changes in the sideboard. Admittedly, I could probably use a little bit of lesson or suggestions with the sideboard because my whole approach to this deck is, well, I'm going to get under everyone. It can be grindy, but with this deck, I'm figuring, okay, let's just be more explosive than our opponent. Servo Exhibition. Here we go. 2 1/1s. Puts a Magma Opus to the graveyard. Narset up on the stack on the board. Looks at the top 4 cards, grabs another Opus. We play a Plains. If we're drawing Tempered Steel, we're coming in hot. We're going to go ahead and take down their card draw and also get in for 3. Feels good. Okay, so here's a good example. We could play Stonecoil Serpant and get that +2/+2. And maybe we should have, but opponent would have killed it there. And so we would have lost our Stonecoil Serpant as well. So we got kind of lucky on the punt. We play a Light Up the Stage with a triggered Spectacle. Looking at our red source, I suppose. We play an All That Glitters on our 1/1. Opponent helixes. We play another Light Up the Stage. Let's take a look at what else we got in our deck. Nothing. Couple lands. Plays a Triome, gives it back. We draw a Blinkmoth Nexus. We get in for 1. We want to trigger the Spectacle. Let's see what we got. Spectacle on top. Look at the top 2. And All That Glitters in a Vault Skirge. That's good. Plays a red source. Plays a Vault Skirge. Pays the life. Lets it go. Plays a Stonecoil Serpant on 1. Opponent lets it go. All That Glitters on our big boy. Opponent cycles the Opus, gets it in the yard. That's a 5/5 Stonecoil. That is protection from multicolor. I think that's a thing now. We're trying to get in for 7. Opponent commands our 1/1, our 2 1/1s. Okay, very good. Next to blockers. No blockers for our opponent. We're going to get in for 3. We have a big old Serpent coming down. 6. Boom. Growing the team. 6/6 and a 4/4. Teferi. Now, our Stonecoil Serpents cannot be touched by Teferi. That feels really good. Op draws a card, gonna untap 2. We draw Scrapheap Scrounger, doing some math. Gingerbrute down, gonna grow the team. Blinkmoth Nexus, gonna make that all that glitters just enough. Do we have enough? Opponent helixes the 1/1, they go to 15. Woo, okay, Op down to 3. Steel Overseer, down. Any wraths, opponent? Op draws a card. Takes a look at the top. What do we have? Baffling Ends. The Stonecoil Serpent. That'll work. I don't know though. Is this going to be enough? Opponent. Taking a think. Gives it back. Untaps on their end step. Well, doing some basic math. We should be good. Op gives us the good game. And we're going to go to 3-0. Match 4. 3-0. Feeling good. Gingerbrute hits the table. We're going to get in for 1. Better believe it. Op draws a card. And so my friends are telling me you probably can use a little break from my voice. So for this game, I'm going to go ahead and tune out. Let's let the magic do the talking, and I'll be back for the next game.
mighty warrior.
one must hurry.
Here I was trying to make sure that we don't get pushed, because I feel like if we don't win here, we don't win this game. And so I kind of wanted to see, okay, 6-6, you know, what are you about? Let's pump it up. Let's see what I can get out of your hand. But they didn't have anything. Great game. So what do you think? Kind of a fun deck, very explosive. I really appreciate you sticking around. Consider subscribing. See you next time.